And now for his weekly news conference, here's Alex W. Martin.
Hello everybody, fellow friends, fans, and viewers of my weekly YouTube vlog talks, in which I, Alex Martin, am always ever so proud to present all of these to all of you viewers out there. And today I would like to discuss something that is along the lines of a more lighthearted issue as opposed to the major topics I have presented in my most previous vlog talks in the last 2 weeks. But something that we all must stop and sort of think about and give focus and emphasis on, because it is something that, with being consumed with our busy everyday routine lives and activities, we tend to forget little small stuff and take it for granted, for lack of better terms. But in actuality, that is exactly what we do, is we sometimes take for granted what our blessings are, such as having the right people in our lives with our loved ones, as I do with my grandfather and producer Brian, and my family and friends here in town with my Toastmasters friends and my recovery organization friends, amongst the others. And that is to be able to make the most of the time we have with people, especially with those who we may feel are in poor health or may not be with us much longer, so to speak, or even with people who are in perfect health that we are ever so friendly with on a daily basis, is just make the most of things and make it a happy, enjoyable time, and be able to put aside your disagreements or animosity if the friendship or relationship with that person is strong enough. Because there's an old saying that goes with Barbra Streisand, for all we know, we may never meet again, so for the moment, until make the moment sweet again, which in essence is basically saying, make the most of what you've got while it lasts. Don't sweat the small stuff. Put aside animosity or anything that may cause friction in a friendship or a relationship, because that's what we're here for, which goes hand in hand, kind of, in my opinion, of being able to dismiss the melodramatic issues that are major and emotionally troubling, that contribute to our personal struggles, as each and every one of us has them, of just being manifestations of our inability to cope with wrong things that have been done to us, in which everybody has been through this, and everybody goes through stages too of having falling outs with friends and loved ones of theirs. But my point in all of this in the long run is being able to just see what good times we have that overlook the bad ones, with the good people, of course, that is. An example and an analogy I can use in this situation is the fact that in the past year, preferably the last 6 months, I have discovered that 2 of my teachers, actually 2 of my favorite teachers I had, might I say, from 4th grade and one from junior high school, have passed away, discovering this from just reading the local obituaries in the newspapers. And in making this discovery, I look at the last time I ever had any contact or any talking to them or anything like that, which had been when I had them, or not too long after I had them as a teacher, where we hugged, we talked about what a wonderful year and wonderful time we had with each other as student-teacher, in our student-teacher relationship, and what joy they brought to my life, as I certainly am pretty sure and confident that I did myself as a child at the time. And being able to be at peace inside it, knowing that I had that as my final word, and knowing them for the time I did when I had them as teachers growing up, and discovering their passing on, as we know that we never know that it is the last time we're going to speak or see a person when it is, much of the time. So in being able to look back and reflect and see that I made the most of things and followed the old saying of Barbara Streisand, I am proud of that, as many of you should be proud of those types of things also, especially when you have been able to put aside differences with those that you felt that did you wrong or over a disagreement or anything else like that, because those things can only sometimes make a friendship stronger. And that is why, for all we know, we may not meet again, so until then, make the moment sweet again is ever so efficient and important to keep in mind. So with this little small talk today that goes a long way and a far way, I hope that it has meaning and value to all of you who observe such and know of such, because it certainly does in my life, and it should in everybody's lives, and it's very comforting to keep in mind, and somewhat tear-jerking as well to many of you, I'm sure, because it has much depth to it as well. So keep in mind this powerful message I am pleased to share with all of you, and remember to subscribe to my writing as well.